What's up, guys? Welcome! It's Gamebreak, May 2019, and we are gonna talk about some stuffs. Yeah, this is kind of a slow month. We got a lot to talk about, though, as you know me. I like to flap my yapper. Alright, cool. First off, I want to just wait a minute or two to kind of let the stream sync up, let everybody get their notifications and join up. I don't know how many people we will expect today. Game breaks are kind of hit and miss. It is also kind of an earlier time, so I hope to get the normal people that we would, you know, generally see on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday stream. But we'll see about adding some other people with interest to some topics for the May 2019 Game Break. But real quick, let's give some shout outs to some people who were hanging out before the stream on the video premiere page. Batman Fan was second. Bandits was third. Then we saw some others too. Paige, Adam. We haven't seen Adam in a minute. What's up, Adam? Welcome back. Hopefully you'll be able to hang out for the stream today. Let's see here. Who else? We got a bunch of you guys actually that were hanging out. Rob and Miller. Scrolling through, there's a lot of chat going on. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody getting to the bottom. Jakester was also here. Matt, let's hear. Getting excited for a certain game that is getting a remaster this year. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and I want to know more about it because obviously yesterday there was a pretty big announcement. Some of you saw it, some of you didn't. Some of you probably don't care. Some of you were really excited and hyped for it. But yeah, so essentially I do have an agenda. I'm going to go ahead and get to that as quickly as possible. I'm not going to ignore you guys. What's up, Crappy? What's up, Courageous? What's up, Michael? However, I'm not going to be, like, super talkative with that yet. I want to get through the topics that I got on my list here. Stuff that you saw on this nice little thumbnail here. And then we'll move on and we'll talk about some other stuff. And I also have a little bit of a... I don't know, I've got a little bit of a moral compass issue with something that we might do at the end of the stream. We'll kind of take a vote and see what you guys think, though. Shane, Abdul, Tweak, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. All right, so first off, as usual, you guys know the drill. First off and foremost, welcome back. That's right, you know, we've been pretty consistent with our game breaks this year. We missed a few. We had like this spell of about 4 months, 5 months that we didn't do it. Now, real life kind of caught up with me at that time. You know, Grandma had fallen, Grandpa went into a home, a bunch of things had happened, so life was really busy, and that's really my excuse for it. That being said, this year has been very different, and, you know, I feel like I've been doing pretty good with the game breaks and making good on all of my expectations, if you will. So, you know, that being said, we had a pretty big milestone this month, not just getting another game break out, but also hitting 100,000. I wasn't sure if the button was going to work or not there. And thank you guys so much. As you guys can see down below, we're actually at 101,020 right now, and that's amazing to me. I can't believe it, and it's all because of you guys. Like, I know you know, here every day pretty much, either uploading or live streaming. And a lot of you guys show up for that. Some of you guys don't care about the live streams. You like the old stuff. Some of you have never watched the old stuff. You're only here for the live streams. Doesn't matter what your reason is or how you got here even. I'm just grateful you are here and grateful that we've been able to take this ride and this journey together. You know, numbers speaking, we actually have a lot less time before we'll hit the next milestone of 200,000. So we'll keep our eye on it and make sure that, you know, as time goes on, that we're recognizing milestones and talking about things. And if you guys got ideas for things you'd like to see us do, like let's say at 150,000, you'd like to see me do cartwheels into a pool of chocolate syrup or something. I'm not saying I'll do it, but I'm definitely down for suggestions and stuff. So, you know, things like that would be awesome. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions. Did you get your plaque yet? Where's your plaque? Where's your play button? Have you got your button yet? What's up? When's the unboxing of the play button? Just know that I am not ignoring you guys. I've tried to answer most of your questions and address that each time it's been brought up. Essentially, there's a process. I did not know this until I got really close to 100,000. And then one of our friends, you guys have heard me mention him before, Monkey Flop. If you haven't, go check him out right now. Well, not right now, after the game break. You can wait till the game break. You can actually find his link if you have any trouble finding him with Google searching, which you shouldn't. Monkey Flop is pretty original. You know, you can go to our YouTube channel page, and off to the right, there's kind of suggested channels. he is one of them. Definitely check him out. But anyways, he hit the 100,000, and it was like 105 or 106,000, I think, before he actually got his plaque. So I did some research and found out that there's actually a process. You have to wait for YouTube to audit your channel. Now, what that means is they have to go through and basically make sure that you didn't like fake any subscribers, that the accounts that are subscribed are active, that they're not fraudulent or bot accounts, because that does happen. I mean, I've never done that, but there are channels out there that have purchased subscribers, or some people might not even know that they have bots. So, you know, there's all sorts of things out there. So we've actually noticed every day we gain a few, and then we lose a few, and then we gain a few, and then we lose a few. So we feel like the purge is kind of happening and the audit is taking place right now. I have no idea when I'm going to get to the next step, but the next step is they send me a code. It's kind of weird. It's almost like, you know, like when you get a gift card or something, you get the little code and you go to the site and punch it in. That being said, you take that code and then that's when you start to get, okay, here's my address, here's my name, blah, 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 blah. And we haven't got there yet. We have not got that yet. So it's coming, and I know it's soon. Every day, one of the first things I do is I wake up and I check my sub count. I look to see how videos are doing, and I, of course, check comments and things like that. But now I've actually got an extra step where I go and I actually check the spot where that code would come in. No luck yet. I actually checked it right before. In fact, you know what? Let's do it right now. Let's go ahead and do it right now. It'd be awesome if I got the code right now live on stream. Come on, load it up. No luck yet. So anyways, hopefully soon. Now when we do get that, we will do an unboxing of the plaque itself, the play button, and then we'll eventually sorry Dame, but Dame's jersey will get pulled down, and we'll replace that with our plaque with the play button right there. So yeah, when we do that too, I have kind of prepared. I'm hoping someone will step up and help me with this, because I'm not very good at montage videos, but I put together what I feel is a decent montage video of kind of like the first 8 years. You know, because we've been, it's not quite, but almost 8 years. In October, it'll be 8 years. As far as the concept of Happy Thumbs, creating it, the logo, the concept, the name, everything, it's definitely been longer than 8 years. And so, you know, I put a video together. So everybody that's been out there, you know, it's helped out. I've got, you know, even Robert, who just showed up with an LOL. He is even showcased in this montage for a second. It's nothing fancy, but he's in it because he's been a part of our growth. He's played with us. He's been a part of the streams and stuff. So I tried to get everybody included. In fact, I've got a pretty long list, you know, of names of people who have helped out. And so I had to go through and try to find videos, track down moments. And, you know, I used to do that a long time ago when I ran my SOCOM clan, 503. You know, I used to make videos. I was in charge. I did everything. I made our rule books. I made our website. I made our videos. I organized the practices. I did a lot. So that actually kind of prepared me for what I do now. And so it's been fun. And I'm not great at doing the montage videos. I've showed it to a couple people. I showed it to Nick. I showed it to Gary. I showed it to the wife. The wife kind of looked at me like it was a little cringy. And she's like the most honest person to show things to. Like, sometimes I hate it because I'm really proud of something, and I'll show it to her, and she's like, it's garbage. And I'm like, but it's honest feedback, and I use that, and I run with it, and I improve as a result. You know what I just realized? I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I gotta change something real quick. Anybody over on anybody that's over on Twitch right now is being misled. I got a little misdirection. I might even get in trouble for this because I've got it mislabeled. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this real quick. So excuse me while I do this. Yeah, so Memorial Day was good, Adam. I've been reading your questions as time has been going through. I have, like I said, I'm going to try not to focus too much on that until I get done with my overall agenda. Once I get that done, we'll go ahead and jump into questions, comments, and maybe even some gameplay. I know this is a game break, but I got maybe a little. All right, come on. That didn't work. Hold on, I gotta make sure. Oh, come on. It didn't take. So now this is being weird. Why I can't even edit. Wait, there it is. Okay, so it's weird. On my end, everything has changed. All right, it has. What? What? All right, we'll call that good. Tony, what's up? Let's see here. Let the rain fall down. That's funny. I'd forgotten all about that. Sort of. That's in my archive of 503 footage that I just found, though. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Next up, let's get rid of this whole situation here. Oh yeah, Twitter machine got a little announcement going on. All right, skunk update. I don't have any graphics or anything for this because it doesn't truly apply to us. So you guys remember from October to like March? Yeah, in fact, March 9th was the day we caught him. It was the same day my grandfather passed. We had a skunk issue. We had skunks making noise under our house, stinking up our house, leaving trails and stuff around our house, freaking out our cat. We finally hired a trapper after trying to do a bunch of homemade remedy stuffs. We got him out. We trapped him, and they got rid of the skunk. Unfortunately, they actually take the skunk out right there on our property, and it made more smells and stuff. But anyways, skunk was gone as of March. We were on vacation. We went to stay at my mom's house like 2 weeks ago. She lives at the coast, a very beautiful house on the Oregon coast in Salishan, Oregon. And when we were there, we got a text message. It was weird because I got a text and there was a bunch of numbers. I didn't even recognize any of the numbers that were associated. It was a group text. But I noticed my wife's on there, and I scrolled through it, and I noticed my neighbor, Paul. And then I noticed the other two numbers were actually my neighbor on the other side of Paul, so 2 houses down. And they were actually inquiring, wondering who we had hired to trap our skunk because they got a skunk. And the worst part about it is, I haven't verified this yet, but it is the end of mating season. This is like when like baby skunks are like alive and well and running. They may have like a whole family living under their house. So we gave them the info. They've hired the trappers. We've actually seen them down there a couple times already. So they're active. I don't know if they've caught anything yet. So I'll try to get an update on that. Not that you guys really care because it's not directly affecting us. But the skunk smells are back. That's kind of how we knew too. We're like, wow, that smell in our yard from where they, took care of the skunk and it left that smell where the grass is all dead and everything. That's really smelling now that the sun's out. But that wasn't it. It was the wind blowing from 2 houses down. That's crazy to me. Anyways, let's see here. You guys have got a lot of stuff going on. Low-key playing. Nice. All right, next up. All right, so this is going to be kind of short and sweet. We've already talked about this to a fair extent. But as you guys know, June is a very big month for video games and electronics. Video games, really. E3. So June 11th to June 13th, we actually get to see all of the new latest and greatest stuff. We're not gonna go. I just want to clarify that. I said we're gonna get to see. I meant we as like all of us, because with technology now, all the live streams and everything, you don't even have to go anymore, and you get to experience most of it, minus the anxiety, panic attacks, lack of food, bad bathroom experiences, and you get it. But we wanted to talk about a few things. So this year, there, as usual, there's always a few mistakes that happen right around or right before big events like this. And this year, one of maybe the 2 biggest games that we were expecting this year that we kind of knew about already, like leaks had happened, talks, maybe a teaser trailer, maybe not, like things were out there, right? Was this fan made? Was this real? What's going on? What's that screenshot from? But 2 games leaked early, and that was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I'm still not 100% sure on what's going on here. Like, I keep seeing remaster. People are saying remaster. Now, the footage I've seen, granted, it's been a long time. I got an old noggin here. The noodle doesn't remember things like it used to. But the footage I've seen, first of all, is amazing. Like, it looks like live action footage. Like, you can tell it's still a video game, that they're not real people, but I mean, barely. It is. If you haven't watched it yet, even if you used to like Call of Duty and you don't anymore, watch it. The only reason I would say don't watch it is maybe it's above your pay grade and you shouldn't. Maybe you're too young to. Don't watch it if you're not supposed to, because I don't want you, mom or dad, coming in going, "Hey, what are you doing watching this? Oh, Brian from Heaven." No, that's not what I'm saying. If you're able to, watch it. I just watched it this morning. I saw bits and pieces of it yesterday, but this morning I watched it and it was like, wow. Reese was talking about it yesterday too, and he was like, October 25th, October 25th. I was like, what's October 25th? He's like, you didn't watch the trailer today. I was like, oh, guess not. Hey, Phil, what's up? Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy our content. Anyways, so, you know, beyond Call of Duty Modern Warfare, regardless if it's an actual remaster of the original or if it's a remake, just kind of, because, you know, they do that sometimes. They ran out of names, I guess. I don't know why they can't come up with, like, a new name for something. They just got to bring it up with leave it at the, it's all confusing. Like, you know, it happens. It happens. So another one I just saw in the chat that was kind of I don't want to say leaked. It was more of an announcement, but it was kind of early too, because E3's. But maybe they don't have a presence. Maybe they don't have a booth there. It's like $15,000 to get a booth there and show your stuff. So if you're maybe a smaller company, smaller group like us, like that's way out of our pay grade. We cannot afford that just to go hang out and talk about our channel. So you know, people doing games might not be able to do that too. But Ghostbusters. Now, back on PS3, I should have busted out my Ghostbusters. When I got the Ghostbusters game on PS3, I pre-ordered it and I got a nice Ghostbusters t-shirt. Now, I've worn it once or twice for like a Gamebreak situation. But I literally took it off right after the taping, but the tag is still on it. Like, it's still near mint condition. And I think that's pretty cool. Hey, I see you, beautiful. I'm trying to address the stuff, the topics. We're gonna hang out after that, so don't worry. I see you. You don't need to spam. I see you. But yes, you know, the Ghostbusters remaster looks to be awesome too. I had a great time playing that. I'm pretty sure I platinumed it. Let's see here. I can actually look that up. I wish Gary was here right now, because Gary would be able to look that up for me. Let's see here. In dub. Let's see if I can look this up real quick. Search games, Ghostbusters. I feel like there might have been one trophy that prevented me from getting the platinum. What's going on here? Ghostbusters. Search. Go. Ready. Go. I don't know why it's not searching. Maybe it... Huh. I'll do it this way. Anyways, so that looks great. The new Ghostbusters remaster looks amazing too. There's also been some talk of EA Games not really having a strong presence there, but they've talked about a few things. Maybe some Titanfall stuff. Now, maybe related, maybe not, because technically the Apex Legends game kind of rooted from the development studio that created Titanfall. At least that's my understanding. You know, it's Respawn, EA, all that, but there may be some Titanfall stuff being added to Apex. There may be a Titanfall standalone coming. There may just be some new updates coming to Apex. We know Season 2 is about to come, or we're about to find out about it at E3. So there's going to be some stuff, you know, basically regarding the future of Apex Legends, which I am a huge fan of. I'd love to see a Platinum trophy or some DLC content with some trophies. A new map would be great. Anything Apex is awesome, though. I like those Battle Royales. Kind of play down in Fortnite. Builds. I'm terrible at building. That's why I don't play that one. Call of Duty's fun, too. Blackout. And I'm interested in some of the other ones that are coming out too. I've yet to play the Battlefield one. What is it called? Like Firestorm or something like that. But another one that I'm super hyped for is, I don't know, this may kind of put me way back because I'm old. Shenmue 3. I played the crap out of that game when it came out on Dreamcast. Now, that was long before online gameplay for the most part. There was Choo Choo Rocket, but there was only a few things that you could do online at that time. Internet was very minimal, and honestly, Shenmue was like one of the first kind of like real-life simulation games where, I mean, you had to get a job, but you could also come home and eat and then when you were done eating, you could play video games. You could sit down at the TV and play like old video games, which was super cool. All Sega, of course, because it was on the Sega Dreamcast. But, you know, ultimately, I'm super excited about Shenmue 3. All right, so I got all this down here. Let me see if I can... whoops. Ghostbusters. There's 3 Ghostbusters on the page. All right, Ghostbusters, the video game. 42 of 51 trophies. So it looks like I'm missing trap a ghost using the stasis stream, complete the game with less than 100,000 in property damage. Yeah, there's only a couple more, three more or so. So that's crazy. I am hyped about that and replaying that. Maybe this time with my current team of people, you know, Gary, Nick, Tyler, Robert, you know, whoever else I've been playing with. You know who you are. Reese, I guess, is on that list too. Maybe we can get through that. All right, last but not least, regarding E3 anyways, you know, we talked about this quite a bit last month. It is definitely time for an announcement from Warner Brothers and TT Games. So Lego, as you guys know, generally releases 2 games a year. Often there will be some sort of a remaster or collection or something that's also added. This year we've already gotten you know, it's not a remaster, a collection of the Marvel games. So that came out a few months ago, and you know, obviously a month and a half, 2 months ago, they had the big Star Wars event where the big producer, I can't think of his name, I'm terrible about that, was up on stage. Oh snap! Speaking of Tyler, there he is right there. What up? He was up on stage and he was talking about different Star Wars things. He ends up dropping the ball about, you know, we got a Lego Star Wars game coming. So it's all still kind of speculation. There's a few good sources that I trust that have what they feel the right info. And basically, ultimately, we're pretty sure there's going to be a Lego Star Wars. Now, what it's going to be, is it going to be a remaster of the old ones, like in a collection? Is it going to be a remaster completely? Is it going to be, you know, the new ones, like with the new movies? Is it going to be... There's so much that could be done. Now, the speculation right now is that basically they're going to have all of them. So the old ones, the new ones, all in one big game with trophies, the whole 9. I don't know, though. What I'm really hoping gets released too, as we know, there's usually 2 games. Toy Story. We've been talking about this for a while. They kind of leaked, or kind of, I don't want to say misled us, but Lego about a month and a half, 2 months ago, right around the same time as the Lego Star Wars announcement came out, they put up on their pages, their social media, they said the adventure continues, I believe was the wording they used. And I had a picture of the Toy Story cast in Lego form. Now, when you go to the store and you buy a Lego set, there's often illustrations of the characters that they're cartoon Lego forms, right? So it is possible that they made that character art specifically for the boxes or the marketing for the Lego sets, because we know for sure they have 6 full sets and 1 Duplo set coming out in about 3 weeks when the movie comes out. It's like June 25th, 23rd, some you guys probably know. What's up, Justin? So you know, definitely something we look forward to, but you know, it's probably not. On another note, though, too, this is not rumor mill. This is not anything of real stuff. But I got a message today on my Facebook page, and it was you know, a mother who was actually thanking me, saying, you know, hey, my son and I play a lot of Lego games together, and you know, when we get stuck, we always go to you, and we just want to thank you. And I thought that was awesome, right? So those are always amazing messages. Totally make my day when I read that. But then this next statement that was made kind of blew my mind, because although I'm not personally a huge fan of the franchise, it got me thinking, I don't think there had ever been a suggestion to make a Lego game out of this franchise. You know, we've talked about Lost. You know, I love me some Lost. We've talked about, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, we've talked about Ghostbusters, Back to the Future. I mean, you go back before Lego Dimensions, and we had a lot of ideas that actually were then kind of fulfilled. You know, Scooby-Doo. There was all sorts of things that were, you know, would be amazing in Lego form in a game, because some of them had Lego toy sets, some of them didn't. And so, anyways. Ultimately, we would love to see Lego Toy Story. We'd love to see Lego Star Wars. But the suggestion was How to Train Your Dinosaur. No. How to Train Your... Hey, that would actually be fun. How to Train Your Dragon. That was good stuff. No, but I don't think anyone has ever suggested that to me. How to Train Your Dragon. I got it right that time. I thought that would be cool. Because there's already, what, 3 movies? There's a TV show, I believe, too. So there's a lot of content, a lot of characters, a huge following. Pixar, I believe, is owned by Disney. Disney's already got content going into Lego form. I would say there might be a chance of that. Now, how random would that be that this you know, HTG viewer that suggests that to me? Wouldn't that be crazy if in a couple weeks they announced that at E3? I don't know. I just thought that'd be crazy. So, anyways, E3's coming up. We're gonna be looking to Monkey Flop for our breaking coverage, because it's our understanding that he's gonna be there. Now, I haven't talked to him directly about that. I plan on doing that today. I was hoping to get to him this morning. I just didn't have time. But yeah, so you know, we've been live streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here, and Tuesdays and Thursdays over on our mature channel, HappyThumbsGaming TV. I'll get to that a little bit more in a second. Every day at 10 a.m. until whenever we feel like it. No, basically, 2:30 is always the break-off time, if not before, because I have to go get Reese from school. But, you know, essentially, we've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3 for the last, I don't know, 5 weeks. What's up, Sixer Glitcher? Nice, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. We actually finished it. We platinumed it on Wednesday in our last stream. Now, unfortunately, that was like the longest stream to date. It went a full 8 hours. Now, I was able to go longer than 2:30 because my wife was home, and actually, that's not true at all. I lied. That was last week. I went and got Reese. I put the stream on pause for about 10 minutes, went and got him, came back, and said, dude, I'm still streaming. I'll see you in a bit. The wife came home later and was like, it's 6 o'clock and you're still streaming? It was crazy. But I got it done. I got that platinum. Thanks to Gary and Michael for helping me out, especially in those last couple of grind sessions. But it was awesome. So we are going to be moving on to Toy Story 3 for the PlayStation 3. With all the hype last month of the Toy Story stuff and talking about it, we realized I never finished the game. So I'm going to go ahead and start it over with you guys, and we're going to play through it from start to finish. You know, people have been asking, are you going to do collectibles and things like that? I don't think so. If it works out in such a way that maybe I can make saves, or maybe I can play through the story. If I can do like the Lego formula, where I play through the story and don't get any collectibles, and then I could maybe pick off the collectibles in some sort of methodical fashion that makes sense, I would love to do that, because although it's an older game, it is likely to get remastered at some point, or maybe bundled in a collection, because there's Toy Story Mania, Toy Story 3, and I believe there's one other Toy Story-based game. I can't remember, but so maybe a collection, or if nothing else, PS Now. A lot of those PS3 games, the family-friendly ones that are, you know, widely played, definitely are being brought to PS Now. So, yeah, something to look forward to, and hopefully we'll have fun with it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Now, there's no guarantee that we'll finish this game. If we start streaming and we've got half or less than half of what we normally get for stream viewers, we'll probably, you know, throw up a poll and go a different direction. But that's basically what's coming next. We're gonna play Toy Story 3. We're gonna put up a poll with some suggestive games, and if you have some suggestions or recommendations that you'd like to see us play, start them now. Drop them down in the chat. You know, let us know. Let's see here. Biomutant comes out in June, huh? Okay, I'll have to check that out. Is that going to be like an HTG or an HTG TV thing? Is that a mature game, or is that a family-friendly game? So yeah, new stream times are among us. Now, This is not happening yet. This is going to be in the next couple of weeks. So as you guys probably know, if you don't already, my wife is a teacher at the high school right around the way here. And Reese is about to be going into high school. Different schools. Wife teaches across town. Reese is right here. So we tried to get him to go to her school, but he didn't want to. We're basically, we're going to be on summer vacation mode. So generally, like the last few years, I mean, the first 7 years of, doing Happy Thumbs, I wasn't really live streaming. The streaming is kind of a newer thing to our platform. Although we've been doing it since January and it's now May, it's still, long term, almost 8 years of doing this. We've only been really streaming for about 6 to 8 months of that time. So, vacation mode is very different with streaming, and I don't know how this will totally work out. We're probably gonna have, a break or two. Like for example, we go on a yearly trip over across the mountain to a place called Eagle Crest. And we stay over there. The internet is garbage over there. In fact, they have Wi-Fi, but it's so bad that my tether from my phone is actually stronger than their connection over there. And they have some weird filter that doesn't allow PlayStation 4s on their network. No joke. I actually was on the phone. Like, I called the head of the resort and was like, hey, why can't I connect my PS4? And they're like, I don't know, you got to call whoever. So I called whoever. It's like, hey, why can't I get my PS4 online? And they, no joke, told me, we have a specific filter on that resort to prevent games and other things from going on there. Now get this, because bandwidth leeching. And I said, wait, so your connection is so bad that you can't afford to have one person playing games because it'll take all of the connection for the rest of the resort? And they didn't really admit to that. They kind of danced around it. But yes, that's what it came down to. So, it's been a full 2 years. Jillian, my wife and I didn't go last year. As I mentioned earlier, we had plans change. Grandma fell and broke her hip. We moved out into Grandpa's house, took care of Grandpa for about 2.5 weeks or so. And that time frame overlapped with our planned vacation. So my mother-in-law took Reese and one of his best friends, and they went for the week. And we were on a different type of vacation. So this year we're going, hopefully the internet's better. And if it is, I mean, I've got a games case, I've got, laptop, I've got, my camera's mobile. Basically I could take my everything with me, and I could technically stream live from anywhere that has an internet connection. But it is tougher. And so we'll see what happens, but the stream times are going to change. I know that a lot of you can't make the 10 a.m.s, so we're gonna focus on some later times. Now we may do a double down. We may do like an early stream and a late stream. We may do like 2 streams a week or something too. Like we may drop it down a little bit for the summertime. I don't know. It's hard to say. To be completely honest with you, I'm in no way complaining or whining. But, right now, here we are, 10:30 on a Friday, streaming, 101,022 subscribers, and we got 27 active people watching right now here on the YouTubes. Let's see here, how many are over on the Twitch side? As you know, we multi-stream, so we only got 2. What's up, Freya? Sorry, I'm just now seeing this. I didn't have the window up. I've got, my bad, Freya. And by the way, Freya, a little birdie told me today might be a special day for you, so happy birthday for Happy Thumbs to you. I won't display your age, but the numbers may be displayed right now on our counter. I don't know. I'm just saying, happy birthday, regardless. Yeah, and let's see. I'm gonna move this out so I can still see it, but see what else is going on over there. It's different. Game breaks are different. Normally I have video games here and I'm playing headset on, no headset on today, right? I should have put headphones on to put tunes on. I was rocking out right before the stream. In fact, I was almost late because I was rocking out. But so hey, back to the stream times. If you guys have a specific time you'd like to see, I know some of you are watching this later, you're not live right now, let me know what times you'd want to see, because we want to see 50, we want to see 100, we want to see 500, we want to see 1,000 people watching our stream. We don't know why we're so minimal. We don't. We get lots of people telling us they love us. We get tons of comments and feedback all the time, and we really don't know. We really have no idea. So let's see here real quick. What's up, Extremists? What's up, Michael? What's up, Brian? I'll get to the questions and the chat once I get all the way through my topics, which I'm getting pretty stinking close, to be honest with you. I'm almost through the planned topics, and then we can talk about whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a poll coming. Let me know what you want to see after. All right, I got to talk about this because same type of deal. Same type of deal. We want you guys to know, but we don't want to abuse our connection here. But we want you guys to know. And again, if this is loud, I'm sorry. Somebody mentioned this was loud once. I don't know if it still is. Was that loud? Hopefully it wasn't loud. We got a mature channel now. For a couple of years, people have been asking, like, what happened? Where'd you go? Why aren't you streaming like Call of Duties? Why aren't you playing, you know, Battlefields and things like you used to play? And the true simple answer is that we got in trouble with YouTube for posting adult type content. And you guys have heard the story a million times, so I'm not going to tell it a bunch. But what I will say is, if you want to know more, if you haven't heard the story a gajillion times already, there's a link coming up in the chat right now. Bam, there it is. Wait a minute, what's going on? That didn't work. It's telling error. Try again. All right, let's try this again. I don't think I've ever had an error. Why is it blocking that? That's weird. That's really weird. Let me see if it'll post on Twitch. Yeah, no problem on Twitch. All right, let me refresh the page and try it again. Hey, happy birthday to you, Xander. That's awesome. So now it's telling me YouTube ain't working at all. That is so weird. Like, Twitch is working, my internet's working, everything's working. All right, well, anyways, I'll maybe somebody has access to the link. That's so weird. So, like, YouTube is loading on my other page, but it won't let me load the live stream page. Let me try it a different way. And Matt's birthday's coming up too. Well, happy early birthday, Matt, just in case. Oh, well, what the... All right, so that's not working. I'm not sure why my browser is totally freaking out right now. But essentially there is a... Oh, wait, I know. I can get it for you. So I did a radio interview, and we talked about the video in specific that got me in trouble. It was a Grand Theft Auto video, and so anyways, the link is coming right now. Hold on, let me get it. So this should work. There we go. Bam. So that should be working. Yeah, YouTube's not working on my other computer. They're both running off the same network. They both use Ethernet cables. I don't know what's going on there. Twitch is working over there. It's not. Let's see here. Yeah, and there we go. Michael is actually dropping the HTG TV link. Thank you very much, Michael. I was trying to get the radio interview, but that link is super helpful too. If you guys have not already checked it out, please check out the HTG TV link, which is right there. And if you do, it's going to let out a loud shriek, and it'll scare me, and it'll be fun to watch me react to that on camera, because people love watching reactions. But essentially, we've been playing a lot of games over there. We've been playing Dead Rising 4. We've been playing, World War Z. We've played a little bit of Rage 2. We've got Blackout. We've played all sorts of things over there. We're going to be playing more things, and eventually, at some point, we're going to start taking on some trophy achievement guides for the mature games too. So the plan, HTB, yeah. Whoops. You know what I was trying to say, Jakester. Eventually, we'll get to some other types of content. I've got a plan for a show that we're going to add over there. But essentially, I just want you guys to know about it because, as I mentioned before, even some of my friends didn't know that I had this. People I talk to on a regular basis didn't know I had this because I don't talk about it a lot. And part of it's because I don't want to abuse like the mature side of things with the family-friendly side of things, if that makes any sense, right? Like, I don't want the mature audience, I don't want the family-friendly audience to be chased away by my mature advertisements. is essentially. So, but you are going to see some more. I'm going to start posting more links when we go live and things like that, because there isn't an HTG TV Facebook page that's active, you know, with that kind of updates and because there's hardly any following on what is there, you know, we're going to start posting it on HTG. Now, it's all the same thing. It's all me, right? I'm not cussing up a storm or crazy over there. It's just mainly the content. Now, we do have some adult themed content from time to time. We have been known to talk about some innuendos and weird things, but it happens. But it's all good fun, and we've had a great time over there. So if you haven't already, please check that channel out. It has been a lot of fun. We're up to like 260 subs or something like that, and our goal right now is to hit 1,000. So help us hit 1,000. You guys help me hit 100,000 here. Help me hit 1,000 over there. Is that fair? Is that good? All right. Yeah. Enough of that. So yeah, basically, last all I have on my agenda for today is Patreon. You know, and if you guys don't know about Patreon, Patreon is a way for you guys to support me directly. Our Patreon supporters have helped me purchase things like, you know, my chair, my backup mouse. My mouse went out on me, as you guys know. You know, my Stream Deck, the thing that makes me, you know, allows me to push all the buttons, you know, popping up like, you know, logos and things like that. You know, so thank you so much to all my Patreon supporters. This part of the Game Break is always dedicated to you guys. Essentially, you know, we've got different tiers that you guys support us at. You know, we got a $1 tier, a $2 tier, a $5 tier, a $10 tier. I'm thinking about changing them too. I'm thinking about putting a $3 tier in there, and I'm thinking about shifting things down. And so what would happen is that this isn't official yet. And if you guys want this, I'll make it official this weekend. I'll try to. I've got a really busy weekend, actually. That might not be possible. I might be selling wolf tickets there. Essentially, I'm thinking about dropping. So instead of $5 for the text, I'm thinking about dropping that to the $3, and then the $5 will become the verbal shoutouts, and then the $10. I'm thinking about making those ones. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but. We're thinking about picking one day of the week, and that day will be kind of like our shout out / appreciation / whatever day, and it'll ultimately be like short videos, really short videos, where like, you know, we're like, hey, what's up guys, it's Friday or whatever day it is, and blah 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 blah, and shout out to and we'll shout out everyone's name. So essentially the $10 tier will likely get 4 shout-outs a month versus 1, right? So that's the thought. If you guys want to see other tiers too, there's been talk about, you know, potentially having, you know, stream, like you guys streaming with us, like having like a viewer stream day where, you know, maybe once a month or maybe once a week we have people who have supported us on Patreon guaranteed stream access with us. Sometimes we do bring people from the chat into the streams. Other times we're a little leery too. We've had a couple of moments that didn't work out in our favor, bringing people we didn't really know. Like we thought we knew who they were, and they got in the chat and they were very disruptive, very aggressive, very adult, not very respectful. And so that we kind of chased this way because we got in trouble. Like I said, we don't want to get in trouble again for somebody else, right? Like the last thing I need is to have somebody who was, you know, really cool in the chat for like 6 months to come in and all of a sudden be a super troll and do or say something that ends up, you know, getting me in trouble, or maybe even worse, banning my channel. So anyways, all right, so that being said, patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming. Please check us out. An easy Google search will find that. Patreon, Happy Thumbs should get you there. But hey, essentially, you know, we got $5 supporters right now. These guys are all at $5 or above, and I want to say thank you guys so much for your support. Most of you guys have been here since day one. We'd love to see a few new faces. Keep in mind too that everybody at the $2 or above, is it $2? I think it's $2 and above, gets to be put on our Happy Thumbs namer wall. Maybe it's, let me see here. So let's see, $1 says, if you feel we've ever helped you get through a game or a difficult part in your game, this is a way that you can help pay us back and keep new videos coming out. Of course, supporting us financially certainly helps us, like I said, keep the things rolling. Gets you so $1 gets you added to our Happy Thumbs Namer page. $2 gets you added to our exclusive Facebook group, which has some behind the scenes footage. Not a lot. As you guys who are there know, it's not a huge difference. The more people that are there, the more urgency and the more like, hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you giving? The more stuff I will put out there. But essentially, we have an extra giveaway there. We have all sorts of stuff that happens over there. So $2 and above gets that, and the Happy Thumbs Namer wallet. And the $5, of course, gets the the textual shoutouts. I'm trying to talk through this too fast. And let's see here. I donated $100 for the Sonic race, and I haven't. Justin. No, Brian. YouTube immediately took it down and slapped us on the wrist and threatened to shut our channel down for the Grand Theft Auto video. Now, if you are interested in seeing most of, you don't get to hear the commentary or anything like that, but that link I posted, and I can post it again right now, this link coming in the chat right now, that has the actual video that got me in trouble playing in the background. So you get to see a lot of the video in the background of the conversation that Tim and I had over the phone for the interview. So right about the 7-minute mark is when you see that. What's up, Michael? Welcome to the stream. All right, so Patreon, $5 supporters. Thumby, what's up? Can we get a shout out from the Thumby, please? What is up? So, hey, these guys right here, much love to these guys. Lots of love. Please, by all means, show these guys some respect if you happen to see them around. A few of them are in the chat right now, and a couple of them are going to get their names shouted out too. All right, so thank you very much to those guys. And if somehow I missed you, which probably not possible, unless you did it late last night. If you did it late last night, they quit sending me notifications. When I got a new person or lost a person, it would email me and tell me. It's not doing that anymore, and I don't think it's something I changed because I didn't turn anything off, but I'm not getting those notifications anymore. So, not sure what's up with that. What up with that? But anyways, all right, moving along. Shout out. So these are all $10 and above. There's no specific order. They're just how I got them off the Patreon page. But yes, big thanks to all these guys supporting us on patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming at $10 and above. Andrew Hosted! Andrew shows up in almost all of our streams. In fact, I am actually not disappointed, but I am surprised that he hasn't showed up yet. And he always drops a super chat the second he gets here. He never says, hey guys, what's up? He drops a super chat. That's how we know Harry's in the building. So shout out to Harry for Andrew for hooking us up constantly and being maybe one of our biggest supporters. I don't usually like to put like names or titles on things like that, but I mean he's here every day. He's donated or supported us in a lot of ways, and we greatly appreciate that. So thank you, Andrew. And if you haven't already, please check out his GoFundMe page. I don't have the link ready right now, and I don't have my admins to help me with that, so I apologize. But it's all over the place. It's on our Facebook page. It's on our exclusive Happy Thumbs Gamer official Patreon page. It's on our Twitter. It's all over the place. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding it. He actually has a need for a service dog, and that's what it's for. So not a lot of support yet. We're hoping that it'll take off and go viral at some point. But all right, back to Patreon supporters. Jason Baloney, thank you so much, Jason, for your support. You've been around for a long time. We don't we know you. We know you've been around. We still follow you and checking out your Catterday photos. So keep those coming. Appreciate those. April White. April and I have been pretty good friends. We've become pen pals over the years, and although we haven't seen her recently, April, where are you? Send me an email. I'm sure you're going to watch this, so send me an email. Let me know how things are going, because I know you've been busy, as we have not seen you live on stream, or you've been lingering and doing other things, which is okay too. All right, next up. Ooh, he was in the chat a minute ago. I don't know if he still is, but big special shout out and thanks to Michael Karsberg. Thank you so much, Michael, for your support. Appreciate you. And let's see here. Next up, I haven't heard much from this next person in a while. We were kind of pen pals for a minute too. We exchanged all sorts of funny stories and things, and I'd love to hear some more. So big thanks to Bonnie Miller. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for your support. Appreciate that. Ooh, next up, you guys know him by a different name, but old Douglas Wright, Dougie Fresh 613. Thank you, Dougie, for your support and the love over all the years. Oh, look at that! There's Michael. He is still here. What's up? Yeah, so Doug hasn't been around much to create content for us, but he has been watching stuff. He showed up in a few of our streams. He's even participated in a couple of streams in this last year, and we greatly miss, but also appreciate him. So, Dougie, what's up? Hopefully everything's going good. It was kind of fun going through the montage video that we have for our 100,000. You know, I got to put some clips of Doug, so it was kind of fun going through and listening to that and taking some of the funnier moments, like of the Star Wars and stuff like that. So, anyways, last but not least, this person is currently not a supporter, but it was it was a result of me slacking. As I mentioned, I had a few months last year that I didn't do the game breaks, and so I missed some shoutouts, and she was a supporter throughout all of this. And so to make things right and make sure that she knows that, you know, that we didn't miss that or forget about that or anything like that, we just want to show some love because she showed us a bunch of love even when we were kind of in a rough spot and not able to fulfill what we were trying to do. But Celine Alton, thank you so much for your support, Celine, and hopefully we'll see you around. We haven't seen a lot of you. I hear you're still playing Fortnite. I think the rumors are that I might have kind of introduced you to something that that you're having a lot of fun with. I don't want to use the word addicted, but like, you know, I hear you playing a lot, so I'm glad you're enjoying that. You know, I unfortunately don't play that game anymore. Otherwise, I'd say let's get some games in. But if you ever get onto Apex or even Blackout, let me know, and I'd be happy to jump into some games for you. So, Adam, I see you got a link there. Traditionally, we don't necessarily post, you know, I don't know, competition isn't the right word, right? But like, you know, the opposition, if you will, you know, so I appreciate that. I don't know what our game plan is. I think ultimately we're just kind of playing through it. I know that there are people out there that have guides. So that's kind of why I'm not sure that I'm going to focus a lot on putting collectible videos out for Toy Story 3. But I do appreciate you scrounging up that info for me and letting me know, because I do appreciate that guy's channel as well. And although, like I said, I don't want to really call him a competition, because he's I mean, I'm here, right? And I'm just a fly on the wall, really, as far as he goes. But I mean, technically, someday I hope to give him a run for his money, or at least be in the same realm where maybe we're working together. That would be even better, right? Like, I'm not so much into the competition, mainly because I hate losing, and I'm not a good winner. Like, I don't like to gloat, like, and that's what today is all about. Like, people gloat like crazy, and I'm not really a gloater. So, you know, I guess I'm a good winner, you know, you could say, because I'm not like a sour Sally, but all right, anyways, so we are officially through my list for Gamebreak May 2019. Hopefully all of you out there that are watching the replay can appreciate that I tried to plow through all this without addressing the chat too much. But that being said, what's up, chat? We ready to chat it up? All right, let's go back a little bit here. I'm going to wet my whistle, too. I've been 53 minutes of flap, 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 flap. Tyler P. What does P stand for? Bandits. That happens to be the first initial in his last name, which is Poo Poo Platter. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's not. The P is actually silent. His last name is actually Nice Guy. So, you know, when you file his name, last name first, first name last, it becomes Nice Guy Tyler. But you got to remember, Nice Guy spelled with a P. P-N-I-C, right, Tyler? Let's see, what else did I miss? So, and Paige, did you ever get my info about getting the crabs and following the video? I sent you a link a couple of times. Let's see here. Hopefully you got that. The crab hunting in that video link I sent you starts right about the hour and 20-minute mark. So hopefully you found that. Marshmallow Head. You know, Bandits, are you still out there? What's with the Marshmallow Head? Is it because I got a white face? I mean, we've been trying to figure this out. I'm certainly not round and puffy. I mean, I have a little bit of gray, but it's not white. So I'm curious, curious as to why you refer to me as Marshmallow. I'm not offended or anything, but let's see here. Adam says Toy Story soon. Yes, if it's okay with you, I'd send you a playlist. So you even asked and I missed it. I didn't really miss it. I hadn't gotten back to it yet. What game am I playing next? Hopefully you got that, Matt. We will be playing Toy Story 3 next for our live streams. As far as our next project for videos like trophy achievements, collectibles, and things like that, we don't really have one planned for that yet. Hopefully at E3 they will announce Lego Star Wars or another Lego game, and we'll be able to jump right into that. Hopefully it'll be one of those deals too where it's like, you can pick the game up digitally today and you can buy the physical copy next month or something like that. Like that would be like mind blown type of situation, right? Like that would be amazing. Let's see here. Play button comes really late. Yes, the play buttons do come somewhere between 1 and 3 months after you get your stuff. Now, they say it takes 6 to 8 weeks to receive your play button once you actually request or submit your code. Let me see. I'm going to refresh the page. Come on. No luck. Hopefully soon. Hopefully real soon. Let's see here. Wrestling Snowman. Do you get a verified check mark next to your name? Hey, that's actually a good question. I don't, I've never really understood the verified stuff. I know that some people really push. They really want that verified check mark. At one point I was really concerned that like we didn't have one on Twitter. I don't think we ever got one. Let me look and see. I mean, we don't have a huge follow. We only have 1,800 followers on Twitter. It's funny. Monkey Flop's now selling his Oopsie Poopsie shirt. That's like one of his custom tags. Like, we got Booyaka Shao. He's got Oopsie Poopsie. It's not that serious, bro. People need to learn. Apparently, he's getting some backflap from that. We'll have to check in with him on that. And would you guys like to see something like that? Would you like to see like a crossover where we're like working with somebody else? That's one of the things that is often suggested to us to help us grow is to cross brands with another, like-minded YouTuber. And although Monkey Flop focuses mostly on like PlayStation content and stuff, we are PlayStation gamers. We do cover games that are on both platforms, of course, for the most part. But ultimately, he is right up our alley with stuff. And we definitely watch and appreciate what he's doing. So would you like to see something like that? I mean, he lives in LA, so it would have to be something like this where, I got a box with me on the left and him on the right or something like that. Or maybe we're just playing streaming games together. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Hey, Abdul, I appreciate that. You saying that we deserve more subs. We're grateful to have what we have. We're still kind of trying to figure out things like I was talking earlier, we have 101,000 subs. We have a hard time even getting like 30 or 40 people in the room at the same time. Not sure really why. According to the feedback we get from people, it's not because I'm annoying or, I always make jokes that I have a face for radio, but I'm not, candy bar? I'm not that bad, right? It could be a lot worse. So, let's see here. That is some strong wins. Yes, it is. That was some stinky skunk stuff. ET3. I'm sure you meant E3 there. Let's see here. This year, remaster. I'm looking for pre-orders. Catherine, huh? I don't know that I even played the first one. An LM Beautiful Noob. Hello. I know I addressed you kind of earlier, but yes, I did play Lego Jurassic. It was Lego Jurassic Park, I think. It wasn't World, was it? Or was it Lego Jurassic World? Anyways, I played the Lego Jurassic game. We have a full playlist on it. If you need some sort of help on that, please let me know, and I'd be happy to guide you in the right direction. What is happened, son? I'm not sure what you mean by that there, Miller. Tyler says, get good. Do I play Roblox? No, I do not play Roblox. Not at this time. Reese has played a little bit. I found the prison, is it Prison Break or the prison, whatever that whole themed mod is, where like you can be good, you can be all that. Like that was kind of cool to me. The graphics and stuff were kind of wonkadoo, but anyways, let's see here. As much as I'd like to see Star Wars and Toy Story, I would like to see Scooby-Doo. That isn't the mobile game. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to see a Lego Scooby-Doo in full form rather than just the small stuff we got. And I assume, Jakester, you did check out Lego Dimensions. I assume. If you haven't, definitely check it out. There's lots of Lego Scooby-Doo stuff in and out of that game. Let's see, Lego Movie 2 video game was in 2019. That's true. That's true. It was. I don't know if I really count that as a Lego game, though. It was kind of an experiment, kind of like Lego Worlds was. It was directly attached to the movie, but like mildly associated with the movie, right? Like it told the story without telling the story, but continued the story, kind of. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I didn't hate it either, but don't get it wrong. I didn't dislike Lego Movie 2, but it did seem kind of monotonous. It was just purple brick, purple brick, purple brick, purple brick, purple brick, over and over and over and over. Let's see here. What else we got? What are the trophies on Toy Story 3? There's quite a few. We're going to have to look into that a little bit more on Monday when we jump in and check it out. Let's see here. I would recommend Octopath Traveler, but it's not on PS4. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm terrible at keyboard and mouse type situations, and I've had terrible luck. I mean, I even have, like, I've tried. I've tried to get controllers going. I've got Xbox controllers sitting right here, too. I've got PS4, PS3. I mean, I've tried all sorts of different controllers, and I've just had no luck getting them to work with Steam. So, you know, I'm terrible at all those games, and I have a hard enough time getting people to watch when I'm playing good. I don't know what it would be like. Maybe that would bring more people in. Maybe if me being terrible, maybe that would bring in more. I don't know. Let's see here. Octodad after Toy Story. It's funny. I actually own Octodad. We bought it, or I bought it shortly after attending PAX in like 2014. It was one of the big headline features for the indie campaigns, and I thought it was great. I didn't play. I stood there and I watched the gameplay for quite a bit, and I thought it was a really fun-looking game. So I bought it, and I always intended to do videos for it, but then I never got around to it, and it just kind of slipped through the cracks. So I could certainly download it. I mean, I pulled out an oldie but goodie the other day, too. I talked about getting 3 platinums in 3 days. I got the Kingdom Hearts Platinum on Wednesday. I was hoping to get the Platinum for Dead Rising 4 yesterday, but as it turns out, there was just no way. I had a lot to do, and I kind of got hosed on one of the trophies, or so it seems. But the third game that I was talking about was Watch Dogs. Many years ago when this game came out, I played a lot of it. I was lucky enough to get some of the multiplayer trophies on day 1 when nobody knew what they were doing, and it made it real easy to get those. I know some people struggled by getting the platinum by not being able to get that because you can't farm it. You can't go, hey Bob, let's go ahead and meet in this room and do this. You have to get randomly found people and then hack them, and nobody's like, hey man, I'll let you hack me. I'm just online to let people take it. You know, nobody does that. So, but I had 1 trophy left for platinum, and it happens to be a drinking game. Now, my original plan is that I was hoping to get Kingdom Hearts 3 on Wednesday, Dead Rising 4 on Thursday, and then I was going to bust this out today. And I was going to do it maybe after the game break. But then this morning, it kind of hit me. The last trophy I need is a drinking game. And although I can try and tell you that it's yerba or something else, it truly is in a bar drinking against a guy. And there may even be some colorful language. So I kind of thought maybe that's a bad idea. I don't want to chase people away. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, disclaimer, here comes a bunch of footage that you're not going to want to see, or parents, to pause it now. I didn't want to do that. So at this point, I'm not going to do it on stream. I'll do it off stream. But I thought it'd be fun, though, because it's very challenging, and it could turn into Rage Mode Brian. It really could. That's why, I mean, in 2014, I think is when that game came out, 5 years ago, I got so pissed at that game that I literally rage quit, left the game, went straight to the game on my console, went straight to delete, deleted it, ejected the disc, took the thing, put it inside the case, and I tossed it across. I've never done that in the history of my video game. I used to helicopter controllers. I don't know if you know what helicoptering is. I'll give you a hint, though. It's something like this. Back in the day when controllers were wired, you'd wind up the helicopter, wham, and spike it on the floor. I was in my SOCOM days. And Robert probably remembers being there for some of those. But when we had the SOCOM room, we had a really thin layer of outdoor carpet on a cement floor. So we definitely sent some controllers into the afterlife. But as far as like rage quitting a game like that, I don't think I've ever been in a situation, and I did. So recently I was talking to Tyler about it, and he was telling me, oh well, they updated that. They actually kind of nerfed that game because a lot of people were complaining and having trouble. And he said, you know what? A lot of people were doing it too, so that you could have two people doing it. So the problem I was having is that there's these circles, and they float around the screen, right? Sometimes they go at the same pace, sometimes they go opposite, sometimes they're just totally random bouncing around. And what you had to do was use the analog sticks to go ahead and find these little X's, and you had to keep the X in the circle as it moved for like 5 seconds, and then you had to hit the R2 and L2 buttons to confirm, or I guess to just get it over with. And man, I tell you what, I couldn't do it, and I lost it. But he told me that they fixed it, and then he was telling me too that people would one person would do the left stick, and then one person would do the right stick, because the problem is that your brain's trying to compute movement and then trying to predict where it's going, but you also have the speed that you have to calibrate. And so anyways, so I thought I had one level left. So I had one guy left, and I had 5 levels left. I was on 5, and I needed 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right now, yesterday I loaded it up, I downloaded it, put it on my console, 'cause I was thinking I was gonna do it today, and I went and I did level 6, which I couldn't pass, the one that made me rage quit. It took me 4 tries, but on the 4th attempt I got it. So I felt pretty good, and then I thought, okay, level 7, this is gonna be totally hard too. This is gonna be way worser. It wasn't. It was actually really easy. Instead of those circles going around, there was icons that floated around, and there was a bunch of them, and they were the icons for the controller. And so I was able to like follow those around and like tap the button, and I got through that no problem. I thought, man, this is almost too easy. And then I stopped right there, and after that, I thought I'd do 7, 8, 9, and 10. Or no, 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, and 10 today on stream. But like I said, I think that's probably a bad idea due to the content that's on there. Let's see here. Have I seen Night at the Museum 1, 2, and 3? Yes, I have. Where is Loki? I'm not sure. Not sure on that. Is Brian bold? I would say so. I don't know if we're talking like a bold font or like bold, and I don't know. Let's see here. Just finished Mortal Kombat 11. Nice. That's not good. Thanks for not spoiling that, Brian. Difficult trophies to complete. Yeah, I've heard some people have gotten the platinum on that, but I've heard it is definitely a grind too. Do I like food? Sorta. No, I'm a big time food connoisseur, and I'm a creature of habit. One of the things that I've been plagued with my whole life is that I'm kind of, you've seen that commercial, that old, it's like an electric fryer or something, and the tagline for it was "Set it and forget it," right? That's kind of how I am with everything in a game. If I find like a weapon or something that works for me, there may be a million other weapons. I won't even know that they exist because that one's working. And there may be 10 that are better than the one I have. I won't know because it's working for me. So I've always been that way with that kind of stuff. So, with like food, eating foods and stuff, I'd go to a restaurant or a place and I'd eat something, and if I liked it, that's what I would get every time. And I'm trying not to be that way now. And I tried to, so I had like 10 restaurants I ate at, and like exclusively, or places of eating. And I'm not that way anymore. I'm trying to go to food trucks now. I'm trying to go to other places. Like I have some dietary issues. Like I have an issue with lactose. I usually fight through it, or make the people around me fight through it, if you know what I mean. Onions are another bad one. If like, any kind of, Mexican food or anything, I can't do it because onions are in the base. A lot of spaghettis, a lot of Italian food, onions are in the base. So like when I go to like restaurants and places, most of that stuff comes as is. You can't say, hey, I want the spaghetti sauce, hold the onions. You can't do that because it's already been made, sometimes days or weeks or months in advance. So I struggle with that, but I'm trying to get out and do more things. Like last night, we went to a car get-together. Every Thursday here in Salem, we have this big get-together. Two of my buddies actually helped promote this and put this on, so I'm trying to support them and meet some new people, because I've been a recluse the last 15 years of my life. I've literally pretty much been in this room for most of it. And so anyways, trying to get out more, trying to eat more, trying to do more. You know, going to do some hiking, climbing, and stuff like that this summer. I'm likely to buy a new drone and do some more droning. I don't know if you guys are into that at all. I definitely have fun flying things. You know, it's kind of video game-like, right? So if you'd like to see more things like that, I definitely have a lot of footage that I need to splice together and put together and dump over on my other channel, my real-life channel, my In a Dub channel. Celine, you're here! What's up? I gave you a shout-out just a little bit ago. Hopefully you caught that, or at least you can go back. And it's right about the 40-minute mark, 45. We were talking about Patreon and stuff, and I made sure to include you because I let you down last year, and you're still on my list of shout-outs. So thank you for all your support before, now, and in the future. Let's see here. Bandit says, is there still no news of a Lego game coming soon? No, we talked about that today. You must have missed that portion of the show. E3 is coming up. That's here's the info on that again. June 11th to June 13th. It will be in live fashion. Oh, snap. What's up, Jeff? Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy our content. Essentially, we expect there to be a Lego announcement there. I mean, Warner Brothers, nobody contacted us and told us that, but that's what we know and what we believe. Let's see here. Tweak says, Catherine, even a challenge on the easy, I say, finally, but a bit normal challenge at the end. And remaster Catherine has 500 puzzles. Wow. So is Catherine? Is that Square Enix? Enix, however you say it. I think I do know what you're talking about. Whoa. That is a racy photo. Atlas. Yeah, I'm on their mailing list. I have been. What is going on? These photos are crazy. What is this? This is not a kid's game. This is not a kid's game at all. Oh my gosh. I just Googled Catherine. That's all I did. Catherine video game. And that's a little bit more than I bargained for. Interesting. I'll have to pretend that I didn't see that. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's interesting. I've never really known what those games are. I no joke. I do get emails from Atlas all the time. A couple of years back, we got asked if we wanted to be on their list, and we said yes. Jay Marcy 2004, what's up? Thanks for the sub. Yeah. Let me see here. I might have some codes and stuff. Yeah, review code survey, review code survey, review code survey. So, other Atlas things that I get mentioned, I don't follow them. I don't know any of these games, and it's kind of outside. Like, that's definitely not a family-friendly looking game. So I wouldn't be able to play that on Happy Thumbs at all. So I don't really focus on that. But here is Persona Q2, New Cinema Labyrinth. I get review codes for that. Review codes for Etrian Odyssey Nexus. I've never heard of any of this. They may not even be Persona 3 and 5 Dancing. Let's see here. What else? I got lots of other news, press releases, and other things. Hundreds of them, actually. But here's another one for Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux review code. Dragon's Crown Pro. You know, if you're into that kind of stuff, you know, maybe we can work something out where you do some write-ups for us and we get you some codes or something. I don't know. Maybe you have no interest in doing stuff like that, but you know, that's one of those things. Like, we talk a lot about wanting help and wanting some guide writers and some content writers for our site and stuff. Our site's kind of dead in the water right now, and we don't really advertise it much. I mean, you hear me say at the end of the videos, hey, check out HappyThumbsGaming.com, but you don't really see me posting links of it on our social media. You don't really hear me pushing it everywhere like I should or could. And that's partly because we just don't have a lot of content. In fact, I haven't even updated our videos in over probably 2 months. So it's probably 60, 70 videos behind at least. So I'm wondering, you know, if there are people out there that do want to, like, you know, partake in, like, some exchange of, like, you know, here's a code in exchange for a review that's written in a particular format, you know, that can accompany our website. And you know, something to think about. So I keep talking about, you know, I have this, I actually have a written article right here on my desktop. It's been here forever. It says last modified 10/25/18. So that's when I modified that last. It's been ready to go for a while. I just haven't posted it, but we've got a need for growth. And part of the reason why I haven't posted it is because I'm just doing stuff every single day, and every day, that goes by, more stuff stacks up. And, I try to be a dad, try to be a husband, I try to, I have web and graphic design responsibilities too. The live streams, content, keeping up with, what's going on in the media and stuff, setting up stream decks, buttons so I can have live streams like today. All that stuff takes time. But see, the goal is eventually at some point I hope to have some people doing some of this stuff to help so that I don't have the whole load. But, I need some volunteers to help out with that. So, and another thing that we're going to need help with that I saw was mentioned here is a Discord server. It's official, we have a Discord server. For those of you who are here, I'm just going to tell you right now, the first people who are going to gain access to it, besides, the inner circle, I don't want to call them employees, but the current volunteer base, the team, Gary, Nick, Tyler, Robert, Paz, Reese, there's a handful of you that are out there. Some of you are in the chat, some of you are, but basically those are going to be the first people to go at the Discord. It's live, it works, but I don't know anything about it yet, so I haven't released it to the public. Because I have to know what I'm doing. I have to have some sort of concept. So Paz is kind of taking the lead on this. He knows some coders that have been helping us create some bots. So right now we already have it working so that everything is, coming up. All of our live streams, all of our, content, all of our posts, everything is posting there. So it's going to kind of be like a one-stop shop if you don't know what Discord is. And I that's been my problem. I don't know what Discord is. Why do I need a Discord? I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works. Nobody can really explain it to me. They're like, oh, it's like Skype, but constant. Oh, it's like this without invites. Oh, it's like you just do this and you could put. I'm like, well, why isn't that's like this? And why would I want that? So I'm finally getting it. I'm trying to figure it out. Hopefully this weekend, Paz and I'll have time to cross paths and he'll be able to teach me or get me learned on Discord. And then probably sometime early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those of you who are a part of the Happy Thumbs Gamer official closed group, which is the Patreon only supporter group, you guys will see the link to join, and that's how you'll join. There's no, Harry, there you are. I figured you'd show up at some point. What's up? You missed the shoutouts, buddy. You'll have to watch the replay to catch those, or maybe go in the DVR and go back to about the 40-minute mark, but somewhere in there, 45 minutes. But hey, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Welcome, man. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. Everything's good. It's Friday, so yeah, we went to a car meet last night just to catch you up. Had an amazing. I didn't even talk about the food. I was talking about going outside my box and eating new things. So we ate at the food truck last night. I got what they called a Mr. Nice Guy sandwich from a place called, what was it? It was a weird name. Like at first I was kind of questioning what was going to be in there. It was called like half baked sweets and treats. So when I saw the truck, I was like, is this like ice cream bars? Is this like cannabis-based things? Like Half Baked was a movie very much revolving around pot. Is that what it is? Like I'm like telling Reese, like, let's go check out the food trucks. Let's go to that one. And Reese is looking at me like, what do you think that is, Dad? Like, I didn't know. But we walked over there and they made, their specialty was like grilled cheese sandwiches, but they weren't regular grilled cheeses. They were like, the Mr. Nice Guy, for example, was Hawaiian bread with 2 different types of cheeses. It was cheddar and I don't remember. There are 15 types of cheeses you can put on these things. You can build your own or whatever. But it had pulled pork and barbecue sauce on it. What? Mr. Nice. It was so messy. In fact, here, I even got a picture of it. I can show you guys a picture. It was delish. Nice. My buddy, yay! My buddy just texted me too. He's gonna come over in a bit. That's awesome. We're going to a big Volkswagen show tomorrow. That's what I was getting to next. Is that last night we went to the car show. Today we got the game break and stream. But here's check this bad boy out. You ever seen a grilled cheese sandwich look like that? Let's see. There we go. It almost looks a little burnt, but it wasn't. I promise you, it wasn't. So that dark spots are most of that is the pulled pork that hit the skillet. Most of it. Some of it was a little toasty bread, but it didn't taste burnt at all. And they had fries with like this special fry sauce. And look, you know what? I don't know if you noticed. Can you see the decline in the donut belly? There's only like a slight pudge now. Just a slight one. So, the struggle is real, but it has been, let's see here, almost 2 full weeks since I've had a donut, guys. That's crazy talk. That is crazy talk. No, I'm just kidding. It's been real easy. I'm pretty good with the mindset. If I want to do something, I can do it. If I don't want to do something, I don't do it. You know, wife loves and hates that sometimes, depending on what it is. And oh yeah, Tyler, are you still out there? I pulled something out the other day and I totally forgot. Like, first of all, dude, I'm terrible. I'm the worst, and I'm sorry about that. But I have like this little section of stuff that I was supposed to send you a long time ago. Do you still want this shirt, man? Like, this was supposed to be like one of your like thanks for helping out and you're awesome and you're like one of my favorite dudes things, and I never sent it. And that, like, what does that say about what I'm saying about you? Like, I feel like, man, like I hyped up this like you're awesome package and then I never sent it. So you know, maybe if you're still interested, you know, drop me your address again on our Skype and I'll get it out Monday morning. And Patrick, dude, if you're listening, I am sorry, broski. So let me tell you a little story. Last week, I'm just a memory now. Not even, broski. Look, that wrench symbolizes you're not just a memory, sir. That wrench is a symbol of power and respect. And maybe a slight I don't know, notion to maybe getting good. You know, the wrench, you got to work on it, right? You got to work on getting good. All right, Patrick, I was supposed to send out your winnings from not last week, but the week before. I messed up, didn't get it out the week before, so I thought, okay, Monday, I'm picking a new winner. By Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll have that winner, and I'll send it out. I got to be honest. Monday, I picked somebody. I didn't hear from them. I gave them the 24 hours. Tuesday, I gave them another 24 hours, which I normally don't do. Normally, I pick another winner, but I thought, you know what? Memorial Day, you know. So, went to Tuesday. Tuesday, I didn't hear from him. Picked another one. Wednesday, didn't get on. Thursday, forgot all about it. And now here we are for Friday. So, little preview too. I have a couple of these. I have another one of these that's going up. This one right here is actually Patrick's. He won this 2 weeks ago. I'm going to send this out to him when I get the winner next week. And if the same crap happens again, I'm sending this out on Wednesday at the latest. So don't think I forgot about you, but I got another 2 stickers, the old 1X combo, 1 Thumbie, 1 Booyo, and one of these guys here. And if you win, you can even ask, this isn't part of the prize, but you can ask for one of these guys. These are limited. These are exclusive. Like Tyler doesn't even have any of these yet. These will be in his package though. So let's see here. Waiting to get a message on Skype. I don't got no message. You must not want it. Maybe I got a t-shirt to give away. Oh, and on another note too, we're going to do a bonus giveaway. I haven't figured all the details out, but you guys are hearing this first for sure here. Oh, snap. Gray, what's up, dude? Gary's here now too. We're going to do an extra giveaway. I don't have it up here with me because I took it downstairs last night looking for my Sharpie. So as you guys know, I finished Kingdom Hearts 3. We had a couple people show up and be like, hey, are you going to give this away when you're done? Normally, I buy digital copies of games, so I can't ever give those away when I'm done with them. I just delete them, and they're just in my library, and I can't do anything with them. Sony, if you're listening, I point to my brain. If you're listening, that would be an amazing thing to do. A gifting system. I'm gonna actually share this with Monkey Flop, and I'm gonna have him make a video for it. because I think this is an amazing idea. You know, like right now in Fortnite, they've had it for a while, but they've created this gift system where you can actually buy stuff in the store with your money or your earned V-Bucks, and then you can give it to your friend or your brother or your sister or whoever. That is cool. That would be amazing. So check it out. When I'm done with the Lego game and it goes into my library, no DLC plan, it's done. I know I'm never going to play it again, and if I really wanted to, I could go find it in the bargain bin a year or two from now. Man, it would be cool if I could give those games away, right? It would be cool if I could go, hey, Interwooper, here is Rage 2. I know you already got it. I'm just using that as an example. You know what I mean? Like, that would be awesome. You know, but since I can't do that, I haven't been able to give away any of my games, really. I still never finished Resident Evil 7. That was one of the last games I bought on a physical copy before Kingdom Hearts 3. But I got Kingdom Hearts 3 on Amazon for like $35 before we played it. So I'm going to sign it, and I'm going to give it away. Now, I know that it's PlayStation 4. Some of you don't have a PlayStation 4. So you can choose to enter or not to enter. That's why I'm not replacing our weekly giveaways with this, because I don't want it to be kind of biased towards PlayStation-only people. But it is going to be biased towards PlayStation people, because that's what it is. And I'm not going to go buy an Xbox One just because. If it's still on sale, you know, I might actually do that. But it wouldn't have the same meaning, right? Because the thought behind it is like, you know, not only did Brian sign it, but Brian played this game and beat it. Like, as the person who did it, I don't know if that's cool or not. Like, is that cool or not? I can't tell. But, you know, if it is, and that's something you would like, then, you know, maybe that's a possibility. So, let's see here. Dang, it's even cheaper than it was when I bought it. I swear I paid $35 for it, and it's only $29.99 now. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like I said, it's not official yet. Nothing's officially happening quite yet. But we can certainly look into that if that's something you would like to see. I'm just going through real quick to see how much I paid for it. Yeah, I paid $37.97 for it. Return window closed on May 15th. That would have been greasy. Yeah, I don't want it anymore. Here, take it back. Let's see here. I know that I saw a couple of comments come in. I'm willing to help with the Discord, but I don't have the ability to support Patreon right now. Jakester, I appreciate that. Simply watching our videos is more than enough. Like, I just want to be clear with that too. Like, although Patreon is there are other ways to support us with like super chats and other things like that, right? Like the donos are always appreciated, and they go to good things. Like I don't go to the adult club and make it rain. Like I buy good stuff for me, the channel, the family, things like that. So it's all greatly appreciated. But ultimately, just watching our videos, you know, and if you feel like, hey, I'd like to help out more, but I just don't have the funds to do it, you know, kick off a playlist when you get up for work and you're in the shower or whatever. Listen to me singing. I mean, play an old Lego. Like pick a long playlist and let it rock. And that to me is awesome. Like hanging out, you know. Like that's way cool. So don't feel like you're bad. And when the Discord comes, I greatly appreciate that. And I totally understand what you're saying though too about you're wanting to help, but you don't have access to that page when it comes out too. I get that too. I'm connecting them dots as well. And Jakester, just so you know, it's not going to be like a 6-month early access thing. It'll be a couple of days for those people to maybe get in and kind of help, because a lot of those people support, you know, Todd, Michael, they're here a lot. You know, Celine, they're here a lot, and not so much lately, Celine, but you know what I'm saying. And so, you know, these people are going to be people who would potentially be kind of moderators for us, and maybe not officially, but, you know, would understand what's going on and help us keep everything in line. Because, you know, it's an online all the time chat, and anything and everything can go there. We have some bots and some filters, of course, to prevent some of the harsher words and things, but you know, people are creative. You know, we don't have all the little acronyms and things in there. I'm sure we'll have to add those as we go. So we'll need help. You know, this person is being negative, or this person's using foul language, or this person's not being family friendly, or whatever it is. You know, and maybe the ability to kind of mute them or remove them. But yeah, new Rambo movie coming out. That is interesting. It's called The Last Blood, right? Like I saw that. I haven't seen the full trailer. I saw like a teaser or a couple of seconds of something, and it looks all right. Like I'm not a huge Sly Stallone fan, especially not anymore. When I was young, I loved Rambo. It was above my pay grade. My neighbor Jason, shout out to Maribella if you're out there. He's the kid. He's one of the other kids that's in my Fox Kids Club video that I hope to get back soon. I don't know what is going on with that. We turned that video in like 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I could have made my own digital format of it like 10 times over with some equipment that I could have bought and ordered and waited from China for 7 months. I could have had all that. I don't know what's going on. My mother-in-law took the initiative on that, and she's actually been on vacation, no joke, since March 15th or so. She left March 15th. She's been gone since then. She went to California, Arizona. She's all over the place. That's awesome. She's getting to see family and friends, and I don't know when she's coming back. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Let's see here. What am I missing? Discord is a messenger made for a gamer. I had a Mr. Nice Guy a couple times. Never disappointed. So Justin, remind me, where are you located? Are you close to me? Are you that close? Because I know we talked about clean and things, and you found clean at some of the stores that I'm feeling like you're a lot closer to me than I think. Like, you've had a Mr. Nice Guy from Half Baked Treats and Sweets or whatever it is. I can find out what it is. Let me see here. Willamette Valley Enthusiast Thursday Meats. That's right. Is that? No, that's not from last night. Yeah, Half Baked Eats and Sweets. Let me see here. And those are the two people running it too last night that were there. Whoops, I almost sent it to our Skype. So here's a Facebook link to that page. It's a super, wow, it's so long. It's 660 characters. I can't even post it in the chat. That's how, that is insane. Let me see here. Fabulous Foods on Wheels. That was probably going to be enough to make it happen. And it is. Look at that. So here's a link. So that's the place that I went to last night. And let's see here. What Celine says. Sorry, I haven't been around. Busy working with a Twitch streamer. Build Fortnite maps for him. Nice. I am doing good. Thank you. Fortnite maps, huh? So what do you mean by build? Are you like creating dumping like weapons and creating like weapons bins and things like that so that they can come in and play like games with rules they've created? So I see Reese watches a couple of streamers. Sunday is one of them. There's a few of them that play these games. I've seen Dan TDM do similar stuff on Minecraft, but I mean on specifically on Fortnite. Sunday and Craner and those guys, they're always building these like internal games, and they're coming up with like these rules, and like honestly, the whole process to me drives me nuts. Like I'd have a hard time setting that stuff up. I really would. And I've always wondered, like, these guys sit in a room for like 3 hours building these little like corrals that have like the gold weapons or the gold snipers here and the purple snipers, and they like make these little things that you go and you can pick up a bunch of stuff, and then you go and you do something. And like I'm assuming that you're doing something like that, and that's cool. Who's the Twitch streamer? Vincent says, yo, Brian picked up Lego Marvel Superheroes for $10. Woot! Vincent, that's a steal. It's a great deal. Hopefully you're using our guides and if you need any help, please let me know. I'm happy to help point you in the right direction. Let's see here. Steam, you can get games and send them as gifts to people. Yes, it's true. On Steam, you can. However, Steam doesn't allow you to buy a game, play it, then gift it, right? Like, so when you buy it, it allows you to send a code to another email, and then so that's really no different than a gift card. It's just a gifting system within it, which is cool, and I appreciate that. And Sony and Microsoft should adopt those. But what I'd like to see is like a re-gifting. So like I said, like I'm done with let's see, what's the last game that I played digitally? I'm like scrambling looking for something. What have I played? Gary, what have I played lately? World War Z, for example. Or Dead Rising 4. When I'm done with those games, it would be nice to just go, here you go, and pass them on. I don't need them in my library. If I platinum them and the games, like for example, too, like Toy Story 3, if I would have had a way to buy that digitally, And I could have, I mean, I got the physical copy. I could give that away too. But let's see here. What's up, Demon? Brian is a YouTuber, dad, and a husband. That is true. And apparently a marshmallow. Take that money to the adult club and make it flood in there. Well, that's what I'm saying. And if you watch that video, the one with the link for, let's see here. I think this is, nope, that's not it. This guy right here. If you do go watch this video on the link, you can see that in the background. Now, keep in mind that video is not necessarily safe for work. So, you know, visually, it's not very revealing. Tim, the guy who did the interview, he actually edited that video, and he put like thumbies over some parts that shouldn't be showed. But yeah, I'm building death runs and puzzle maps. That sounds just about right. Let's see here. Next thing, Kingdom Hearts 3 is the boss in the ocean at the end. Hey, Paige, did you get all of did you get your ship leveled up? I got my fingers crossed that you did. I'm rooting for you. West Virginia. And wasn't talking about the food. Ha, ha, ha. I got you. So you talking about Samson? Is that who you talking about? You know what I want. Funny, Justin, funny little story, since you mentioned it, since you brought it up. I, of course, have seen Half-Baked. Ironically, again, the name of that truck I ate from was Half-Baked Sweets and Treats. Mr. Nice Guy, obviously, straight from the movie, right? We have a franchise of medical dispensaries in Salem. Well, they're actually all over Oregon and maybe up and down the West Coast now. There's one at the beach. There's one further down at the beach. There's 2 in Portland. There's 2 in Salem. They're all over the place now. Mr. Nice Guys. And I always notice them because they've got this huge sign and a big purple thing. So when I saw this, right, when I saw all this, I went, oh, wow, okay, I see what's going on. And again, I thought this might have been some stuff with, like, some medicinal values to it, you know? And not the case. All normal, non-medicated foods, totally great. But the guy, if you look at the guy in that picture of that link that I posted, like, not the stereotype, but when I saw this originally, because they posted this before the meet last night, so I saw that these guys were going to be there, and I tried to find a menu, because I was, like, again, wondering if this is medicated food or regular food, and I knew I was going to have Reese with me, and I certainly didn't want to end up going to the hospital because we ate some medicated food or something. So, you know, I was looking for, and I look at this guy, and I go, Mr. Nice Guy, huh? And I see the dreadlocks, and I think, Irie, man, you know, like, I stereotyped, right? So I get there, and they're playing some Jamaican style music, and the guy, when he calls out my name, he's like, we got the Mr. Nice Guy in a custom build, yeah, or something like that. And I was like, all right, so not to judge a book by its cover, but in this case, the cover was spot on, you know. And I just thought it was funny because the whole thing, and it works great, right? Like, that's great marketing. Like, this guy he's right where he should be, and he whipped up my sandwich. It was delish. Highly recommend them. And but I thought it was funny because that whole connection of Mr. Nice Guys and the Mr. Nice Guy sandwich, and then the movie and all that. If you haven't seen it, you don't need to see it, or you could see it. It's up to you. Let's see here. Loki, what's up? You made it. Forgot about the Friday stream. Well, this worked in your favor, if you know what I mean. I'll see you at home. No, it didn't work in my favor, dude. I always like having you around. You're going to try to platinum Lego Movie 2, Lego DC Supervillains? Hey, Michael, listen, you could probably do Lego Movie 2. If you haven't started it yet, I'm willing to bet that with minimal effort, and I do mean minimal effort, you would have it platinum before we stream on Monday. It is such a short game, and there's such little hurdles to get over. There's a couple of bricks that you're gonna like walk to, and you're gonna be like, there's an icon here that says there's a brick here. Where's the brick? There's a couple that are way up high, like way up high, and there's a couple that are down low too that you got to find a way around into. Highly recommend checking out the videos that we put out for that, because they're not the traditional awesome videos, because the game wasn't a traditional awesome Lego game. It was a little different, but I highly recommend using those, and I know you will, dude, and I'm around. You know my contact info if you want to hit me up for some questions on it. Let's see here. You're 15 minutes from Pittsburgh. Okay, okay. His name is Boomer GG. He is awesome, like you, and very chill. Nice. Appreciate that, Celine. I'll have to check him out. Reese probably knows who he is. Reese is very connected to, you know, especially the Fortnite stuff. He asks me, I'm not kidding, every day. He's like, Dad, how come you don't play Fortnite anymore, man? Like, I really wish you'd play Fortnite. And, you know, and like, I'll ask him, like, hey, you know, Gary and I are getting on. You want to join us? And he'll be like, oh, you going to play Fortnite? And, like, usually he's kidding around because he knows I'm not going to play Fortnite. But, you know, I just, you know, ultimately for me, I just have a hard time with the building. You know, and for a while there was, like, planes and zip lines and all this. Like, it was such a different game than when I originally was playing. Like, it turned into like a carnival ride more than it was an actual shooter to me, and I didn't like that. I think it's cool what they're doing. I really appreciate what Epic Games is doing, you know, because the lifespan of this game could go on. I mean, I could be 100 and they could still be season passing it up with new stuff and changing it. I mean, you know, like with Minecraft, you know, they may not ever make a Minecraft 2 because the game is so built to evolve. It is. We're really on like Minecraft 100. I mean, with all the changes and the additions and the DLC, like if you think about it, it's still called Minecraft, but it's changed so much since the first day. So hopefully, you know, things like that will happen with like Apex, Blackout, and other games of that same nature. I have to search all the islands, find all the crabs. Like I said, Paige, watch our video, follow along with us, because there's a few that are underwater, there's a few that are kind of tricky, and if you follow along with us, you won't miss out on those, because I honestly feel like the game has more crabs available than you need or can actually use, but some of them are still hard to find, and it still can be frustrating. So, hey, side note, something I didn't talk about at all during the stream today, and I'm surprised I haven't seen her come up here and say hi. Our precious little cutie had surgery yesterday, and it went well. Now, I say surgery, it probably shouldn't have been a surgery. I've been a bad pet owner. She was a stray that adopted us, and, you know, we took her in and we got her shots and things like that way back in the day, but we really haven't kept up on that. She's been such a good cat and so fine. She doesn't really have any issues. She has an issue with eating sometimes where she pukes it back up, but we've never really had any issues. We've never taken her in. Well, we took her in because she's been really struggling with her food. She'll eat a bunch of food and she'll puke it up. And not only am I feeling terrible for her, because when she's going there, I'm kind of getting tired of cleaning it up. Like, hardwood floors and stuff's fine. Carpet, that's kind of it sucks, right? It's part of life, part of owning a pet. Which is why I don't want a dog. Reese and Jillian are trying to get me to get a dog right now. I ain't trying to get no dog. Anyways, so we took Cutie to the vet last week, and it was for stomach, and we were obviously worried because last time we went to the vet, we took Emmett for his surgery. It was supposed to be a real easy hour-long surgery, and then he was going to be released later that day. Emmett didn't make it through the surgery, so knowing Cutie was going into surgery again, it was like, ugh. I know it's for different reasons and all that, but you know, and so we kind of prepared ourselves for the worst. And luckily for us, it was fine. And so what had happened was we took her in, and I guess I should tell you, took her in for her stomach, and you know, first thing the vet always does is puts finger in the mouth of the dog or cat, and they open up wide, and he looks in there and looks, and they can check for things like spots on tongues and gums and things like that to maybe indicate like liver, kidney, and other issues, right? So there are some signs that pop up, and essentially he couldn't get her to open her mouth, and she was fighting, you know, like, get your finger out of there. And well, he got it open finally, and he found an abscess on a tooth, and he found 2 teeth that had basically just rotted. They're just dead. And for a long time, you know, we've been feeding Cutie like wet food, so it's like really fishy, gross, sardine type food, like, and her breath's been really fishy and gross, and so we've always just thought that that's what it was. Not at all. She got her teeth cleaned yesterday and came home. Her breath doesn't stink anymore. Like, I feel so bad, but I feel even worse, not only because we've neglected her in that sense, but she had to have teeth pulled. So now she's like me. I don't know if you guys know, but I had to have my wisdom teeth pulled, and I also have had to have 2 other teeth pulled that should have had root canals and didn't, and they were bad. Harry, What's up, buddy? Thanks for the other super chat. Appreciate that. But Cutie went through surgery. She woke up. She was woozy all night to the point where, like, she could barely walk, and we were really worried. As you guys know, we're upstairs in a room, and she came and went up and down the stairs, which they say keep cats or dogs away from stairs for 24 hours. It was tough. You know, we didn't want to, like, make her sleep downstairs by herself. Normally, she doesn't sleep in our room. I kind of comes and goes. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Right now, she isn't, though. But last night, we let her sleep up here, and she did well. And she's been out, like, you know, she's out birding, looking. But we had to give her some pills this morning, too. She has to take a pill for pain. And that's tough, you know, getting the finger in there and open the mouth and then getting that in there. It's tough. But, you know, she's good. And you know, we got her back. And in a couple of days, once the pain subsides, and you can tell she's struggling with the teeth missing, too, because she'll be, like, lick her mouth or whatever. And then she'll, like, you can tell she's like, what's going on? There's something's different. Like almost like something maybe stuck somewhere or something, or maybe she's in pain. I don't know what it is, but she did really well, and I'm super happy and proud of her. And you know, because she's all we got. We used to have Stevie, we had Doja, we had Daphne, we had Emmett, and you know, now we're down to just Cutie, and so. Anyways, you know, that's part of the reason why Jillian wants to get another dog. Plus, Reese is like 14 going on 20. He wants basically nothing to do with his mom and dad anymore. He's at that teenage, you know, age where it's like, what are you talking about? You know, and so she's very motherly. And, you know, she can only mother me so much before I'm like, so she's wanting, you know, she's been wanting another baby. So, more on that later. I don't want a dog. I'm not really trying to have a happy wife, happy life. I don't know if it's fair for me to tell her no, you know. So, anyways, that's a whole other story. What else we got in the chat here? Truck called half baked needs a food item called the heifer with cheese. They had some really crazy desserts too. So it was one thing that drove me nuts about that food truck. Not to keep talking about it, but we walked up and, like, the guy was inside preparing, getting all the skillets and all the stuff ready, right? The girl was out front, and she had, like, this stack of papers that were in, like, what do they call them? Not laminators, you know, like a plastic sleeve, basically. There's a name for it. I can't think of what it is. And she was sliding these menu, and it was, like, literally, like, one item, a picture of it, the title of it, and the price. And bam, she had like 20 of these things, and they all had to be taped to the side of this mobile truck that moves everywhere. Like on the page this morning, they have, let's see here, they have 2 plans for today. They had 3 plans for yes. So they're driving everywhere. They have like hourly spots they pull up from, you know, 3 to 5, and they'll advertise, hey, we're going to be here from 3 to 5, and then they'll be like, hey, we'll be over here from 6 to 9, you know, and so they bounce all over the place. They need a better menu system. And I almost said something to them because I can help with that. Web and graphic design. Like, I got perfect people to print and do stuff, and but not really my place, you know. And I sometimes volunteer my efforts, and it backfires. So I try to stay away from that a little bit. All right, so let's see here. Page. There was a new game called Jump Force. It came out in the UK. I think it was last week it came out. Yeah, so Jump Force, actually, believe it or not, that was the game. So when it was in beta a couple of months ago, Tyler P. and I had talked about it. He was really, well, not really hyped, but hyped enough that he brought it up to me to play. And we had this whole concept that we were going to do like a Sunday competition. And we've talked about this before where, you know, the old monster truck commercials for Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Show up at the Coliseum and Sunday. We'll have the monster trucks on Sunday. You know, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. And so we were talking about doing something like that and having, you know, the beta be the first of the Sundays. And ultimately, it didn't work out. Time became a factor that I know some of you, Michael, and a few of you have heard me talk about time a lot. Like, time is the most precious thing around here. You know, knowledge is right there with it. You know, money is not far behind it, but I mean, ultimately, you know, time is everything, because I just have so much stuff that I want to do, but I have stuff I need to do, and time, man, time. So like this weekend, I'm going to a big Volkswagen show tomorrow. I'll be there from like 8 in the morning, probably till like 6 or 7 at night. There's races, there's motor blow, there's burnout contests, there's car show, there's you know, people, food, all sorts of stuff, and it's a thing that we've been going to every year. We've missed 1 or 2 years, but we've been going since before Reese was born. I mean, I've been going to this show for probably, let's see, it's 2019. I would say probably 20 years, 19, 20 years. Maybe even longer than that, because I was racing. I used to race my car. I have an old Jetta coupe that I did a motor swap in, and you know, I'm a big Volkswagen guy. And the car was never really fast. It was like a 14-second quarter-mile car, so not very fast. But for what it was moving faster than all the other Jettas in that category. And even the ones with similar motors or bigger motors, I was still beating them. And I was more consistent. And that's what it was really about. It wasn't about how fast I was. It was how consistent I was. So I'd figure out how fast my car was. I'd write that time on my car. And I had to go as close to that time as possible without going under or over it. So, you know, if I went under it, then I did what they call break out. So if I had like an 11-second, if I put 11 seconds on and I had 14, I was fine, but I was not close to my dial-in. I was 3 seconds off. So I would do like a 13.99 or a 14.1, and I would come in with like a 14.1 or a 14.2, and I was a pretty good racer. My reaction times, like, I knew my car pretty well. And again, it wasn't very fast, so there wasn't a lot of crazy things I had to be aware of, but it was enough. And I did state races. I raced in the state state quarterfinals was here once for the nationals, and I made it through like 3 or 4 rounds. Took out a few guys in my class, and eventually, ultimately, got beat. I got footage of that somewhere on an old Super 8. I gotta find that. I got a whole box full of stuff like that of my youth. I moved around a lot. It was all in boxes, and I moved into somewhere stable, and I have no idea where any of that stuff is, if I even have it. It's probably in storage right behind this wall right here that I got my stuff mounted on and everything, but one day I'll find it. Batman says room tour another time. We're actually getting pretty close to the 2-hour mark. As I mentioned earlier, my buddy is going to be coming over. I made plans with him last night. There's actually talk. We might go, that show that's tomorrow, the Volkswagen show, they actually have camping tonight. It's on the grounds at the racetrack in Woodburn, Oregon, where we will be for tomorrow. And a handful of our friends are going and doing it, so we're talking. So last night, the last thing I said was, "Are you going tomorrow?" And he said, "I'll tell you tomorrow when I come over." And I said, "Cool, see you at noon." So I told him I'd be done with the game break by noon. I hope he's not outside. He can get into my house right now, so he might even be downstairs chilling. But I would imagine he'd come up and show his face and say what up to the chat. But anyways, let's see here. Justin says, "Gotta go play the last DLC for Supervillains." Have a good one. Hey, see you in 5 minutes, Justin. Don't blink too fast. The level will be over. And hey, Adam, thanks for your prayers for Cutie. Appreciate that. She's doing really well. In fact, let me see if I can get her. Cutie pie! Where you at, Cutie? She's like really good at coming when called. So if she's anywhere within earshot, she'll be coming. But yeah, guys, you guys got any other questions or topics or anything you want to talk about before we jam out of here? We'll do a room tour at some point. To be completely honest with you, it's not ready for a room tour. Full disclosure, this area right here, this whole dresser setup, it's kind of overflow storage for some stuff, and it gets moved every single day. Every single day I move stuff off of that, and I put it on the bed, actually right over here, right out of camera view. And hey, look at that, there's the GoFundMe. Earlier I mentioned Harry Potter. Before he got here, when I was doing the shoutouts, I mentioned his GoFundMe, and I told you I didn't have my admins around to do the link. When Gary showed up, I forgot. When Tyler showed up, I forgot. There we go, he's here, he dropped the link. Check it out. The question is, are you? Whoa, Brian, the question is, are you? Wow, I'm not sure what's going on there. That's too wordy for me. But anyways, the room's not ready is essentially what's up with that. So at some point soon, I could totally do that. You know, maybe what I should do is, I got my buddy Price, which, Price, are you out there listening? If you are, what up? And I need to call you. Hopefully I'll do that today. I should have time after today. I just need to remember. That's been, between time and remembering at the right time, it's been the whole factor. So we've gotten out of sync. I need to talk. Ryan, my buddy Price, he is really good with cameras. He's got that director, mentality. And although right now he doesn't have a ton of equipment and stuff to make content with, he's actually been a part of some pretty mildly large productions and things. And over the years, he even worked for a video production group that made like videos for a trucking school, like when they skid and how they get out of skids, and so he had to go and film that and edit and do the voiceovers, and so excuse me, he's done a lot of that kind of stuff. And what I need to do is have him come over one of these days and have him shoot with my camera, because I got a nice 4K Sony cam, do like a Cribs style video where you guys are like, you pull up and it's all cinematic and multiple fast moving shots of like the house, and then we go in with like the fisheye effect going through the front door, and then looking around in the house. My house ain't nothing to brag about. In fact, in full disclosure, this house ain't even mine. It belongs to my mother-in-law. So that being said, it would be kind of a funny, ironic thing, but a lot of people have been curious to see like my surroundings, what I do, and where I work at. We've displayed pictures in the past of let's see here, I might even have no, you guys can kind of see the old project. So this is our front room. This is old stuff. This is from an old Gamebreak. You can see everything. This is all the stuff from our room that we'd taken out and moved downstairs. And this is the stairway up to my room. There's again the stairway up to my room painting. There's my network, my infrastructure nightmare. And there's part of the room. So that's actually the wall that there's the wall that I work on right now, empty. So that's kind of a room tour. There it is, all put back together. So that's kind of a room tour. That's about all I can give you for right now. That's also quite a bit. Look, double thumbies on the table there. Did you see that? Double stuffed. Anyways, we got a bunch of stuff on here. We got all sorts of old stuff here. We got the skunk. We got skunk stuff. Maybe. Oh wait, this is a folder of its own. There's the image of that. I think this is the video. No. All right, button's not working anymore. So. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. There's snow. Here's my polybend bag. There's the top of it. It's an old picture too. There's my exclusive minifigure from the UK that one of our longest viewers out there, Barry. Shout out to Barry Bell. What up, Barry? Yeah, that's my poly bag. So one of the things that I would maybe do in that crib style shoot would be do the poly bag, and that's something I could do just for a video as well. Yeah, I got some other sad stuff on here. I got an Emmett slideshow, my grandpa slideshow. I got a bunch of other stuff. Oh yeah, and then there's this too. We were just talking about this a few minutes ago, the Fox Kids Club video. Man, when was the date on that? It said 16 hours ago. Well, that doesn't help us. 15 hours ago. Dang, it doesn't say the date. That is lame. That was quite a while ago, though. I can tell you that much. And yeah, hopefully we'll get that. It's not even a 30-second spot on that video, but I mean, that's kind of like where my fame began. You know what I mean? Fun stuff. All right, well, the chat looks like it has completely slowed down. We still got a bunch of you hanging out there, just lurking, huh? Hey, did you guys see that Dungeons and Dragons put out a starter set in the theme of Stranger Things? I used to play D&D when I was young. Never crazy stuff. We always followed the books. We were never like dungeon masters in the sense that like we created our own stories. Me, Jason Scott, sometimes a couple other kids that were part of the neighborhood would come over and be a part of that. But Jason always had all the books. Like I was always wanting to get like squirt guns and stupid non-essential dumb stuff. Jason was smart. He was always getting like business stuff, games that were revolving around money and like management, right? Like any kind of like organization. That dude makes like 6 or 7 figures a year now too, and that dude makes in a month what I make in 5 years. Like, it is ridiculous, man. And much love to my boy for actually doing something awesome instead of being a lazy dude, do nothing like me as a youth. We played a lot, but this right here, this would be what's up for me and Reese, because I have a Dungeons and Dragons kit, and the part that it lacks is the story. So that's we've never done it. We've actually had it for 3 years, and I told we like took it on a vacation 3 years ago when we went to Eagle Crest. We had a couple of his buddies with us, and we were all going to sit down and play it. And I failed them because I just wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared to like. I didn't have a story, and I hadn't played in so many years. Like I didn't have a story to follow, and I didn't know which story to grab and buy because they do have stories you can follow, but I didn't know which one to get. So we're gonna get this and we're gonna play this. So that might be something we just set up a camera and maybe hang out and do like a Facebook Live or something too. That's down the road. Summer will be here, so Reese and I'll have more time. But I'm trying to find things that will connect Reese and I, because like I said, he's at that stage where like I ain't cool anymore. In fact, somehow I really upset him this morning so much that he denied a ride to work or to school. He walked to school. I actually made the comment. I said, "You keep talking like that, you're gonna find yourself walking to school." And I came upstairs and I did a couple of things and I went right back downstairs. 5 or 7 minutes later, dude was ghost. Gone. No signs of him. All his stuff was gone. And it's noon and I haven't gotten a call or an email from the school saying he was tardy this morning or never showed. So good for him. Although could have done without the moment, we'll call it. But that being said, you know, trying to find things that connect us, and I feel like that's going to be one of them. Let's see here. What do we got? We're wrapping. We just hit the 2-hour mark. What is Brian doing this weekend? All right, Batman fan. Well, I covered this a little bit. So tomorrow there's a huge Volkswagen show. It's called the Northwest Bug Run. It's at a drag strip, a quarter-mile drag strip where there's 2 lanes and cars will race each other all day tomorrow. Most of them will be Volkswagens. If my buddy Corey, who's expected here any minute, was going to be racing his Volkswagen R32 GTI, I was going to be racing my GTI as well. He's got a very different platform than me. They're both Volkswagens. They're both GTIs. His is, probably about 10 years older than mine, but his has a supercharged V6 in it, or a 6-cylinder. It's not a V. They call it the VR. And it's the 24 valve, the big guy, with a supercharger on it, and it's got a methanol injection kit on it too. All-wheel drive. That thing is kind of a nightmare to be in as a passenger because it is just off the rails fast. And my car's pretty fast too. My car's like really simple, solid, fast, you know. His is... So anyways, we were going to maybe race, but he said he wasn't racing. He's showing his car. So I'm contemplating maybe showing my car, but I don't have all the fancy stuff that people show with. Like, you know, people have like fancy like trophies and stuff that they've won before. They've got all these cool little trinkets and like road assistance kits that just add to the show and make it look. I don't got none of that. However, my car is super clean. Like inside and out, it is super, super clean. And if you guys haven't ever seen my car, actually last night we went to that meet. Here's a picture of me sitting next to one of my buddies' cars. Oh, and if you look really carefully in the background, there's some dude like trying to look super cool right behind my car. See him right there? See him trying to be cool? Yeah, that's my dude. That's Reese. He's like a grown human now. It's crazy to me. In fact, last night too, we were meeting people, and you know, at car shows and stuff, people are like, you know, hey, how you doing? You know, giving handshakes, daps, and all that stuff. Reese was getting daps from people he didn't know. Like, they were walking up, what's up? How you doing? Nice to meet you, Brian. Oh, what's up? Who are you, Reese? Oh, hey, nice to meet you, Reese. That was cool to me. That was, like, proud papa moment. Like, Reese is into cars. He really likes that. So being able to be involved and part of that, I thought that was pretty cool. So shout out to those guys for being nice to my boy. Let's see here. Toy Story streams going to be 10 a.m. in your time. That is correct, Demon. Yes. He's a teen. Just let him be him. Still be a vibe. No, I am. Trust me. Trust me, I am. That's why I said, like, I didn't take the bait. Like he was kind of pushing, like maybe wanting to like engage, right, as teenagers often do. And so, anyways, that being said, I just told him, I said, I ain't playing this game, dude. I'm gonna go upstairs. You might find yourself walking to school if you keep talking like that, though. And I came upstairs, and like I said, when I came back down, he was gone. So I'll be picking him up at 2:30. We'll see if he gets in or not. I'm sure he will. Will I go to E3? No, I will not. But our buddy, our connection, Monkey Flop, he's going to be there. It sounds, and we'll get confirmation on that early next week. And like I said, I'm going to actually hit him up. I got the idea for that share system for Sony, and I want him to make a video on it and then give us a shout out. So little collaboration. give him an idea of something to create, and then let him go to town on it, because he's the guy that knows all that PlayStation 4 stuff. Let's see here. My cousin grew up without a father because he passed away, so your son is loved. No, I know. A lot of people around us have had that happen. You know, there's definitely, you know, deadbeat dad syndrome. There's also, you know, unfortunate situations that, you know, death occurs, and you know, I've had a lot of friends around me that have grown up without, you know, one or both of their parents in some cases, and that's terrible. And you know, I love Reese, and he knows that, and we you know, if it sounds at all like there's trouble on the home front, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just simply saying he's a teenager. You know, parents aren't as cool as they were. You know, he doesn't feel like he needs us as much, and so he's trying to be independent, and that's, hey, that's good. That's what we want. If he was clinging on to us and expecting us to do everything all the time, I'd be worried. So he's right on track, right where he's supposed to be. You know, I tried to fight my dad, multiple times when I was roughly his age, and then I got removed from my dad's house when I was 16 and moved in with my grandparents. So Reese is right at that age where the things really hit the fan for me, and I'm making sure that I do things different. Obviously, you know, my dad was a single dad raising me. You know, he was also just getting remarried, having kids shortly after that with the new mother, and you know. Anyways, let's see. Harry's saying, "Will I do HTG merchandise for the weekly?" Not this week, no. We already talked about that. Again, we got. We went to the other day. We were out and about, and we came up on a handful of these Pelican Creator polybags. So we got one more of those going out tonight, and the post will be up sometime between now and 6 o'clock. Hopefully I won't forget again. The last 2 weeks I forgot and had to post them up late, but I got it up. Still happening. So yeah, no HTG merchandise, but we will have the Lego. We will have, you know, I guess technically that's not totally true. We will have an HTG sticker and a Booyah Kashow sticker that goes with that poly bag. So technically yes, merchandise. When you say merch though, initially I think like t-shirts, hats, socks, yoga pants. That's right, we got yoga pants. If you haven't already been to our website to check out the various items that we have for sale, you know, you owe it to yourself, and it would certainly be appreciated. You know, even just looking, you know, even just looking helps us out. I can't really say why, but if you go there, you'll see why. So, you know, by all means, check us out at our shop. And, you know, a lot of people want to know how you can get stickers and things like that. You can actually order stickers right off our shop, right there at that link that I just posted. Twitch, are you still out there? Is anybody out there? I think, is it just me and Gary? Gary, are you still out there? I haven't seen you in the chat for a minute. Where are you at, man? I'm used to having you in my ear. It's nice not having any headphones on today, though. I will say that. All right. Well, again, the chat's dying. We're starting to lose the last handful of people we still got here. So, hey, guys, I appreciate all of you greatly. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Like I said, I'm going to Volkswagen show tomorrow. Sunday, I'm actually going to the golf course where my dad manages, and I'll be working on golf carts all weekend, replenishing their battery power. I got ionized water I got to inject into them, and checking for breaks and cracks and stuff like that, and replacing any windshields or anything like that that needs to be done. We're going to repair them and get that fleet back on track for the golf course. One of the little side jobs or perks that I get to do for my dad being there. And nice. So it is just me and you on Twitch then, Gary. That's funny. But yeah, word. Appreciate all you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. It's going to be lovely here in Oregon. I hope it is the same worldwide, as I know the weather's been really treacherous in some places. So anyways, thanks to everybody hanging out. Bye Paige, bye Harry, bye Batman, bye Sono, bye Michael, bye Demon, bye Gary, bye Tyler if you're still out there, bye Robert. I know there's a whole bunch of you just lurking out there. If I missed you, I apologize. You know who you are. And yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it. So you know the drill, peeps. Head on over to our social media. Can be found right here or down below in the video description. HappyThumbsGaming.com is also available. Please go check out our merchandise if you have not already. Be like, merchandise, merchandise, merchandise. Little Spaceballs action for you. Anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it for me, guys. As always, until next time.